Lena was a young woman living in a small town. Naturally curious, she had a great interest in old legends. She had heard that an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of the town had hosted many tales for years. Everyone was afraid of this mansion and preferred not to step inside. However, Lena decided one evening she set off towards the mansion under the moonlight. As the door creaked open, a sense of fear washed over her, but her curiosity helped her overcome it. The house was covered in years of dust, every corner shrouded in mystery. Old furniture, faded portraits hanging on the walls, and as age. Lena decided to go upstairs after wandering around the house for a while. The creaking of the stairs quickened her heartbeat. On the upper floor, she entered a room that was different from the others. The walls were painted a dark green, and there was a large mirror in the center, the edges of the me. As she stared at the mirror, suddenly she saw another Lena in her reflection. This one resembled her, but was completely different. Her eyes were vacant and cold. Lena stepped back in fright. The woman in the mirror smiled, but that smile heralded something horrifying. She immediately wanted to leave. At that moment, she began to hear a whisper coming from the mirror. "Free me," as Lena recoiled in fear. She felt an overwhelming urge to be pulled into the mirror. With one last effort, she tore herself away and bolted out of the room. She managed to descend the stairs and escape the house, but even outside, her heart was still racing. After that night, Lena began to feel change. At night, the voice from the mirror echoed in her ears, and in her dreams, that horrifying reflection spoke to her. "Free me," it repeated every night. One day, she encountered an elder from the town. The old woman looked worried when she saw Lena's condition. "There's a trapped spirit in that mirror. If you try to free it, it will take you too," she said. Lena disregarded the old woman's words. She decided she would come up with a plan to save them. Eventually, she mustered the courage to return to the mansion. This time, she brought a mirror with her. She believed this old family heirloom from the town would protect her. Standing in front of the mirror, she had to confront her terrifying reflection. Lena shouted, "Let me go, the reflection be." From the mirror, that terrifying voice rose again. "Free me, or I will take you." Lena looked at her reflection and replied, "I will not free you." At that moment, the reflection's face contorted, and with a horrifying scream, it lunged at the mirror. But Lena aimed the mirror she held at its reflect. For a moment, everything froze. Lena's strength immobilized the terrifying spirit. The reflection weakened for a moment, and then Lena was able to trap the dark power within the mirror. At that moment, the spirit's scream echoed throughout the town, but Lena retreated, believing it was all over. As she exited the mansion, she felt a sense of relief. However, from that day on, the townspeople noticed that the fear in Lena's eyes never faded. A connection had formed between her dark secrets and the town's past. Lena had saved herself, but the spirit would never grant her peace, and every night